Looking for raw power that still turns heads decades later? These machines offer power, luxury, and fuel efficiency without compromise. Take the 1967 Corvette L88, roaring to 60 in just over 4 seconds, or the Wild Vector W8, a carbon-bodied missile hitting 180-plus miles per hour. The mid-engine De Tomaso Pantera blends Italian style with Ford's muscle, and the turbocharged Firebird GTA proves the 80s had real bite. Today, we're breaking down the quickest American muscle cars ever made. Factory-built monsters with real numbers to back the myth. Today, we're breaking down the toughest, most reliable rides out there. Stick around. Your favorite might just make the list. Hit that subscribe button for more updates. 1967 Chevrolet Corvette L88. This wasn't just a Corvette, it was a weapon. The 1967 Chevrolet Corvette L88 came straight from the factory ready for domination. With a conservatively rated 430 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque from its race-ready 427 V8, it shot from 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds. Top speed? A blazing 165 miles per hour. Only a handful were ever made, and today they fetch over $1.5 million. It featured a 4-speed manual and lightweight design, making it as potent on the drag strip as it was rare. GM even downplayed its power to keep weekend racers happy. It had no radio, heater, or fan shroud, nothing extra. A true street-legal racer in disguise. Now let's look at a winged oddball that became a NASCAR legend. 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, Superbird. The 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. Superbird turned heads and turned laps. Famous for its massive rear wing and elongated nose cone, the Superbird was built for NASCAR dominance, but it also ruled the streets. Under the hood was a 375 horsepower V8, generating 490 pound-feet of torque. It hit 60 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds and topped out around 150 miles per hour. A 3-speed automatic helped manage its nearly 3,900-pound curb weight. Though it was polarizing in appearance, the Superbird became one of the most legendary muscle cars ever made. Production numbers were low and resale values have skyrocketed. It was outrageous, unforgettable, and undeniably fast. And if you thought that was bold, the next one rewrote the formula entirely. 1973 De Tomaso Pantera. The 1973 De Tomaso Pantera broke every mold. Built in Italy but powered by Ford, this mid-engine marvel rocked a 351 cubic inch Cleveland 5.8 with 351 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. It raced to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds and pushed to a 175 miles per hour top speed. With a 5-speed manual and under 3,100 pounds of curb weight, it offered the perfect blend of control and chaos. The Pantera was a visual shock compared to traditional American muscle. It was exotic but accessible, powerful yet balanced. Its mid-engine layout gave it handling muscle cars usually lacked. While it never sold in huge numbers, the Pantera's legacy remains untouchable. But when the 80s hit, muscle took a turbocharged turn, starting with this Firebird. 1989 Pontiac Firebird GTA Turbo Trans Am. The 1989 Pontiac Firebird GTA Turbo Trans Am came out swinging for the Trans Am's 20th anniversary. Under the hood was a 3.8-liter turbocharged V6 delivering 275 horsepower and 350 lb-ft of torque. Despite its 6-cylinder heart, it rocketed from 0 to 60 in just 5.4 seconds and reached 155 miles per hour. Its 6-speed manual made it a driver's car, while T-tops and sleek styling kept it vintage cool. The turbocharged engine came from the Buick Grand National, but it was reworked for even better performance. Limited production makes this car a rare gem today. With strong handling and that unmistakable turbo pull, the GTA Turbo proved that forced induction had earned its spot in muscle car history. Next up, a Corvette that took that idea even further. 1989 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. The 1989 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 redefined what American speed meant. Nicknamed King of the Hill, it packed a 375 horsepower, all-aluminum V8 and matched it with 375 pound-feet of torque. With a 6-speed manual transmission, it could bolt from 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds and hit a shocking 175 miles per hour. It weighed just 3,300 pounds and featured a widened rear track for better grip. The ZR1 was a technological leap for GM, featuring adjustable suspension and a DOHC V8 developed with Lotus. It held its own against Ferraris and Porsches of the day. Sleek, serious, and loaded with tech for its time, it wasn't just a step forward, it was a leap. But speaking of exotic, one American-built hypercar went even faster, way ahead of its time. Vector W8. The Vector W8 wasn't just a muscle car, it was an alien. Built in ultra-low numbers in the early 90s, it featured a twin-turbo 6.0-liter Chevrolet 5V8, making 630 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60? Just 4.3 seconds. Top speed? Over 180 miles per hour. Weighing only 2,800 pounds and featuring a 5-speed manual, it blurred the lines between hypercar and muscle. Built with aerospace materials, carbon fiber, and outrageous styling, it looked like nothing else on the road. It was over-engineered, overpowered, and overpriced, but unforgettable. With prices today exceeding $1 million, it's as rare as it is wild. Now let's come back to Earth with a Viper that kept things simple but savage. 1997 Dodge Viper GTS, raw, loud, and unapologetic. The 1997 Dodge Viper GTS was a snake with a serious bite. Under the long hood was an 8.0-liter V10, making 480 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. That meant 0 to 60 in just 4.2 seconds and a top speed of 175 miles per hour. Weighing 3,304 pounds and rocking a 6-speed manual, it was built for speed junkies, not comfort seekers. It had no ABS or traction control. The Viper didn't do electronic babysitting. It did asphalt shredding power. With its iconic double-bubble roof and side exhaust, it looked as aggressive as it drove. But Dodge wasn't done. Its next variant hit even harder. 1998 Dodge Viper RT10. The 1998 Dodge Viper RT10 took the GTS and made it even more brutal. It kept the same 8.0-liter 510 with 480 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque, but its lighter curb weight and sharper suspension made it feel even quicker. 0 to 60 came in just 4.0 seconds, and the RT10 topped out at 182 miles per hour. A 6-speed manual gave total control, and minimal creature comforts kept the focus on driving. Even without windows or a proper roof in early models, it became a cult icon. Dodge designed this special edition Viper to be as track-focused as possible while still street-legal. If you thought that was quick, our next Corvette took it right to the edge. 1995 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. The 1995 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 was the swan song of the legendary C4 performance line. Powered by the 375 horsepower LT5 V8 and paired with 385 pound-feet of torque, it blasted from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. Top speed? 178 miles per hour. Weighing just over 3,300 pounds and equipped with a 6-speed manual, it handled like a dream. The LT5 was a 32-valve masterpiece developed with Lotus, and the ZR1 was hailed for combining muscle car brutality with sports car finesse. It set records at the time for speed and durability. It was the final version of a Corvette that had pushed every boundary. But to close it out, we've got a supercar that most never even saw coming. 1996 Mosler Raptor. Meet the 1996 Mosler Raptor, America's forgotten hypercar. This featherweight machine tipped the scales at just 2,800 pounds and was powered by a 550 horsepower modified BMW V12. That combo sent it from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Is it top speed? A mind-blowing 210 miles per hour. With a mid-engine layout and 500 pound-feet of torque, it was purpose-built to destroy expectations. Its aggressive looks matched its shocking performance. Despite costing nearly $160,000 new, Few were sold, and even fewer remain. It may not have a household name, but its numbers speak for themselves. It could hang with the world's best. Supercar soul, muscle car blood, 10 machines, 10 chapters of American speed, rewriting the rulebook. What a wild ride, right? From million-dollar icons like the Vector W8 to underrated legends like the GTA Turbo Trans Am, these cars prove American speed has taken many wild forms. Whether you're into classic V8 Thunder, turbocharged surprises, or exotic machines with mid-engine layouts, there's something here for every kind of gearhead. So, what would you take for a spin? The raw Viper, the brutal L88, or the sleek Pantera? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss another dive into the fastest machines ever made. This is American Muscle, rewritten, redefined, and still roaring.